Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Gen Furukawa from the Octane AI team, and today I have Jonathan Menard, who is the marketing director and director of commerce of Polysleep. Jonathan, how are you today?
Always good. It's sunny outside. February, but here in Quebec, Montreal, it's pretty warm for a month of February, but looks good. So I'm really happy to be with you today and discuss how Octane help our business.
All right, yeah, today would be a day to curl up in a comfortable bed like Polysleep, but we're going to be talking about how a quiz has helped you with your marketing strategy at Polysleep. So, if we could just start with a high level overview of what the brand is, what it does, and some of the stuff that you're working with, the challenges that you've working with that drove you to test a quiz.
Yeah. So us, we are Polysleep, a company based in Montreal, Canada. Our main business core is selling mattresses. This is how everything started back in 2016. And we started like in the first wave of mattresses that were sold in the box. It seemed like ages ago that mattresses fit in a box, but actually it's all started in 2016 with a few brands that launched this kind of innovation to just ship mattress coming from online businesses directly to a door in a box. So this is how we started. Had huge success at first because the product by itself was very different than what people were used to, like hundreds of years ago. But things have changed since it was such an interesting business. In the next 7 days, years after launch, plenty of competitors arrived, and it was important for us to innovate in our mattress, launch new type of mattresses, always innovate with pillows and other sleep accessories. So we started all that the first year online, mostly selling on our polysleep.ca, polysleep.com for Canada and US market, but also expanded to sell on marketplaces because we saw a huge opportunity, especially online with the trends and tendency we see going forward, and also retail business. So our main goal at Polysleep is to find product, develop product, and put them on market that will help and innovate, especially in the sleep industry, like you said. So mattresses of all any kind, pillows, but also new product that you can see on our website that stand out of the crowd because our challenge will always remain that it's an industry with a lot of competitors, a lot of different options, and it's there that we try to find new technologies to distinguish ourselves and make the lives of our prospects, customer, and real life customers easier in the product choice that they need, the product that they need. So yeah, we are always to try to push and find new technologies to help us achieve our growth goal.
And so, one of those technologies is Octane AI and the quiz.
Yeah, one of them, and this is what we will dig today. There's plenty of technology, but one we had a huge success since day one when we were using Octane AI was the quiz functionality. Because as I said, when we started the business, we only had one SKU, one mattress fit all. That's easy for the customer to select the good mattress for him because he doesn't have any choice. But what we learned and throughout the year when we develop new technology in our mattress, new product catalog, new product offering, customer becomes more and more confused about what product would perfectly suit himself. And what is particular is that we all know what is a mattress, we all use a mattress, but everybody sleeps differently. You talk to everybody like small talk, your family, your friends, your team, work colleague, everybody has a a different position, might have health concerns during night, might sleep hot, might move a lot. So there's a lot of particularity, and sometimes for people to just read a long spec sheet explaining all the product is hard. And we found that the quiz was a good interactive way for new customer knowing our brand to be guided with quick, simple, and nicely visual questions to which product would be perfect for them.
Yeah, fantastic. It is a beautifully designed quiz, and it really seems to be everything seems to be very relevant. But can you walk me through the thought process? What data you are trying to gather, the zero party data that customers were proactively and willingly sharing with you? How did you come up with those questions? And then how does that actually fit with the product recommendation that you give in the end?
Yeah, since we had a few year at first with few SKUs to gather information, we knew the questions when it was coming to our customer service team that people had in the industry, real life customers. So that was the first type of data that helped us a lot to develop quiz to respond to those uncertainties of the customers. That was really important for us to add data coming from real life customers before anything else. What we also did is to look other industries, good practices, because we never learn as much about what others might try, might do. So we look cosmetics, of course, are strong in that. Electronics companies, we dig into all of those type of quizzes and see what was the trend, what kind of question they ask, and of course competitors. So that was the first step to have our first draft of quiz to launch it. And the best way in digital marketing, from my point of view, is to launch it as fast as possible and optimize after with the data. And it is what is cool with Octane. We have like the data for every question, the dropouts and stuff like that. So it's all I optimize on a monthly basis now, the quiz. Change words sometimes in question, do A/B testing as well to optimize the quiz. But this is how we improve throughout the years. And now we are proud to say that we start to think our quiz looks very solid now because it comes from a lot of testing, lots of feedback, and it's the way we approach it. The formula might not work in 3 months. So for me, it's important to look it every month because trends can change, a newcomer in the industry, new questions of the customer. But if we keep looking at the Octane dashboarding and insights that they provide us for every quizzes that we launch, it allow me to upgrade the quiz and try new stuff. So we always try
Yeah,
that
man.
in me and my team.
Can you explain some of the before and after in terms of the numbers, the results that the quiz drove?
Yep. So before and after, it's hard to quantify, but what I know is the sessions that goes through the quiz. So the people, the customer that use the quiz in the customer journey normally convert 6 times and plus more than other sessions that don't use the quiz. So for me, that's completely game changer. And it is why we focus so much on trying to include the quiz in many steps in the customer journey. Even our customer representative, if a customer call him to ask questions, normally will ask the customer to fill out the quiz to guide himself and select the good product. Other things that we tried at first, it was non-mandatory. Now people have to fill it out. Is that we collect emails also. So this is very game changer for us because what we did internally after, it's depending of the quiz result that you have, you will have a follow email, a welcome email sequence completely different. So if, by example, you just have a baby, it's a baby mattress, your result, you will fall into a flow which talk about good practice with the newborn, the good product, the good pillows and stuff like that. But if it's somebody more old and couple with health concerns, maybe specific health concerns, he will receive other follow up in emails very suited to his situation. And this is epically strong in marketing because before we were sending the same message to everyone because we didn't know the information. And Octane with this quiz, with this step, allow us to collect all these emails. And that I can provide even with mandatory emails that people needs to fill out. Our completion rate of quiz is around 60 to 70% depending of the month. So that's crazy. So the more people that start the quiz, normally the more emails, more information, and more follow up we can do. And it's I'm pretty impressed by that. That even by asking an email, only 30%, one third of all the people that starts the quiz don't finish it, and we still ask for an important and piece of information with which is the email. So for me, it's a good sign that it works well in our strategy.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, some key takeaways: 6x higher conversion rate of those who complete the quiz than those that don't complete the quiz. Are definitely getting an email from everybody that completes the quiz, and they complete it at a 60 to 70% completion rate. And even if we're being generous and say, with your general opt in, it might be 10%, that's still a 6 to 7x improvement in what a general opt in rate is. And then with that data, you're able to segment whether it is a baby mattress or an elderly couple or a single person. You're able to create more personalized, segmented emails going out. So that is really one of the best benefits of capturing zero party data that they willingly share with you.
Yes, exactly, 100%. Yeah, that was the perfect summary. I have nothing else to add on that.
Yeah, that's really cool. Now, can we get tactical in terms of how you're actually personalizing it? You are capturing the zero party data, it goes to your email service provider, and then you're building out one welcome flow, say, and then you have dynamic blocks that will fill in depending on what the custom properties are.
It's even better than that. So we went one step. It's more work for us, but I found that it was important to do it. We create completely different flows. If the person has a choice, the baby mattress, he has a completely different. It's not even just placeholder that change our product suggestion. It's completely different pattern email sequence. So this is how, and Octane allow us very easily to send structure information to our platform that we use to send emails. So for us, it's easy to segment depending of every question that a person filled out, but also the results. At the moment, we only do it result based, but the next step would be depending of questions. By example, if the person sleep hot or don't sleep hot, if the person sleeps hot, probably it should be interesting to add in the welcome flow something about the importance to find a good mattress for that kind of concern that the person could have. We are not there yet, but it would be in our plan next. Now it's result based, but we can add a layer that even each questions can be a different journey for somebody else.
Fantastic. Now,
Yeah.
you said it was 6 to 7 times better conversion rate of those who take the quiz. Is that the on-site experience immediately after taking the quiz, or is that just in the lifetime of the customer, which considers
Yeah.
email or SMS conversions?
From my analysis, I had the same thought. I wanted to know that, and I understood that the people taking the quiz are sometimes really close from a conversion. So it's almost instant sales. Normally, it will take. It's sure we talk about mattresses that are sometimes $2,000. So it's not like you take your decision in 2 minutes, but I see like conversion on average maybe 4 days after the completion of the quiz. So for me, it's almost instant for high value item as we are selling. So yeah, it's people really close from a conversion, very far in the funnel normally. So that goes quick after. So that's why it's so important to have quick follow up, personalized follow up, and not like the same email sent to everybody. That doesn't make sense in our case because the time frame is so small to make the conversion. So for us, it was
Yeah.
really important to very quickly build the relationship with the customers, show that yeah, you filled out, you give us your precious email, but with that precious email, we don't just want to sell you product, but also equip you with knowledge about your concerns, your health, and your well-being throughout sleep. Because at the end, this is yes, a mattress that we want to sell, but we want to sell the good mattress because otherwise it would be a return. That's no good for ourselves neither. So we want to make sure that it's a good fit for the product. And that way, with personalization, I'm less scared that we didn't sell the good product to each and every one of the customers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, can you walk me through how a quiz has impacted what that welcome flow looks like? So you said that
Yeah.
every segment or persona has a different welcome flow, but like how far do you build that out and then how much are you using that zero party data captured in the quiz?
Yeah. So before the usage of Octane, or even at the beginning that we were using Octane because we didn't see the power of personalization, it was the same welcome series for everyone. You are young, you are student, you are in couple, you are older, all the same email. We the way we were talking was the same to everyone, even if for some people it was a 500 mattress and another person was a 3000 mattress with completely different specs. And what was interesting with the quiz, it's the second that we understood the power of having the information about all the questions and results. We started to create all these different flows marketing wise in the welcome series. So now instead of subscribing to our newsletter flow and receiving the same emails as the neighbor, now you will receive something related to the questions you answer and the results. So that was something we launched one shot. It was a lot of planning, tactical planning, and to build all the newsletter. We launched it, and the second that we did that, the open rates and the conversion rates of our emails flow were way higher than before for the welcome flow. So we know that it is an impact. I don't have the percentage in times, but I know at least that the open rates increased by 15% rough, not plus 15%, but if it was 10%, now it's 25% open rate. So it's an increase of 15 more percent of people opening the newsletter. And since it was so personalized to the situation, the click rate of newsletter, I think, were 5 times at least also. So that was really game changer for us to use that first party data, which was not the case before when we didn't have any quiz and any strategy to gather some data coming from real life customers.
Yeah. Now, you also mentioned that you have expanded your inventory in terms of SKUs that you're offering,
Yes.
mattresses, accessories. Have you seen any difference in average order value or lifetime value as you're using that data, throughout, like, say, post-purchase emails or anything? Any numbers there?
Order value will be hard because the more it went, we released cheaper mattresses. So that's normal that the average order value lowered throughout the years because that was our business strategy to have cheaper options as well. But I saw an increase with the bundling with pillows. So that was really interesting for us, bundling with mattress protectors, because in our quiz results, we suggest the perfect match. We call it the perfect match, the perfect mattress, whatever. Below that, we suggest the good pillow that goes with that mattress, the good mattress protector. So that increased the number of items per transaction.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so yeah, as pricing changes, so that might skew what the AOV is, average order value is, but items per purchase
Yes,
increased after you
yes,
implemented the quiz.
exactly.
Fascinating.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. And then now if we're talking about the data insights, you're saying that every month you're testing things. Can you just explain, kind of like from a marketer's perspective, how you're thinking about this, what kind of like those key metrics are that you're optimizing for, and then how you create your roadmap of what tests you're going to create?
Yep, it's sure the game, I understood it for quizzes, is the dropouts mostly by questions. So this is one of my focus really to optimize the dropout because the more people that complete the quiz, if I follow my guts and what I understood, it will make more sales because we collect email, we have the follow-up emails. So my goal with the quiz, it's two things. To create external marketing programs and strategies to bring people to complete the quiz. But once they are into the quiz, it's to complete it. That's it. That's all. So me, it's really to find the questions that will allow me to increase the rate of completion. One example of that, if I want to be more precise, since we are selling mattresses, sometimes some mattresses are better for people more in a overweight situations. So when I first launched that questions, the drop rate was very high because maybe people were uncomfortable to give that kind of information. So we did some A/B tests. We changed the wording. We added also an answer that say I don't want to answer the questions to that, and it mitigate the dropout rates. So it's stuff like that I try to focus on. That some information unfortunately might be sensitive, but might help us a lot in the proposal of the good mattress for somebody like weight. But I know it's a sensitive at the same time information. So when we launch new initiative like that, we see like in a number of weeks or number of months the dropout. And at the end, the main metric that I'm looking at often with quizzes, it's the number of completion of quizzes on a monthly basis. So me, I have a target with my team that, by example, we want 2,000 quizzes completion by week, and we need to keep up to that metric. So this is our North Star metric that we want to focus at, and it's two things to increase that: increase the number of people that start the quiz, and reduce the number of dropout. So this is the two metrics, the two factors that I try to impact the more. And the third one that is interesting is to be better with the result page. So one thing that we did, by
Mm.
example, it was 2 weeks ago. That's a little bit dumb from us, but maybe other people that will listen to that might have the same issue. We were always testing our quiz on a nice desktop windows, like a huge window that was clear. The information was nice looking, but I realized that 80% of the people were doing it on mobile. I did our quiz on mobile and it wasn't mobile friendly the way we include the images. So this is the kind of thing that I'm trying to improve the result pages so people understand better the information. It's more appealing, it's more clear. So this is a continuous work with me, my graphic team, my studio team to make the quiz look better, feel better. But that would be the three things: bring more people to the quiz, lower the dropout, and make the result page stand out so people trust the results and don't think it's bullshit. Because this
Hmm.
the only interesting thing, and that's funny, because when we started the quiz, the first thing I did before even contacting customers was people around me, friends, family, etc. I made them do the quiz, and some people were really like honest with me, and they were like, "Hey, Jonathan, you just suggest me the most expensive mattress. You're tricking me. You're tricking me." So now I understood something very interesting in the confection and the quiz, and to be careful. It's to explain why it is that result. That's the most basic thing that we forgot us the first time we released the quiz, because people receive the result, but they want to know why is that result. It's not just the result by itself. And me, I had this case that one member of my family just told me, "Hey, you just suggest me the most expensive mattresses because you guys want to make more money." So I took that feedback, I worked with the team, and now when you receive your results, that's very clear, like very, very, very nice and clear why you received that result. So if you are suggested the most expensive mattress, it explained why it was that result that was provided to you. So at least you can feel comfortable and trustworthy about the result as well.
Yeah. That is really interesting. You're taking customer insights, feedback, and I think that's the foundation of marketing. Now, I wanted to ask about what insights you've learned about your customers from the quiz data, and then how that might have impacted what the products you're offering are or the marketing strategies. Anything interesting that you've gathered from the quiz beyond just the quantitative benefits and ROI of more sales?
For sure, because before it was a blank page, we didn't know anything about our customers, and that was good for us to. So yes, for that, it's sure that before it was blank page, we didn't know anything precisely about our consumer. But by example, the fact that I just said about the overweight people, we saw that some people are really in need of a mattress that are better suited for them, even couples that might be in the overweight situation. So this is something that we invested in product development. Some product development roadmap features, technologies are developed 100% coming from customer feedbacks, calling our customer service, coming from our quiz, coming from our other touch points. But customer is always central to our decision making and product improvement and product development. So for sure, Octane Quiz help us a lot on that, because we can know the percentage of people also looking for a twin size, queen size, king size. So even for forecasting our units and making the best photo shoots, best business decision, best marketing decision, we have more data to test stuff now.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Now, last question is: any suggestions, feedback, recommendations to those that do not have a quiz? What they might want to know from your experience of having run a quiz?
I think it's worth a try. Me in digital, I'm always try it. If it doesn't work, skip it. If it works, invest in it. I think that's a pretty cheap option to jump on it. It's not that time consuming to first start it with a small quiz. Don't make things complicated. Have a clear goal in mind and do what is the most simple to achieve this goal, and after optimize. I think that's a good way, a good test to do, and I'm pretty sure it can work for plenty of industries, plenty of business. Surprisingly, I never thought that quizzes was a thing for mattresses. I've seen it often cosmetic, as I was telling, technology, gaming, stuff like that. So if it works for us, surely it can work for anybody, even in B2B, B2C, anything. And yeah, jump on it, try it, do test. And the best way to do it is to do it. That the best thing to see if it works is to try it at the end. So I wouldn't choke on it because I think the barrier of entry is pretty low for that kind of test.
Yeah. How long did it take you, and how long do you think it would take? I mean, what's the kind of like the shortest way to get from no quiz to quiz?
Yeah. So it wasn't me that implemented that in the company, but now since I'm a Octane backend expert, creating a quiz like that, to be honest, with a good knowledge of your industry, takes like 4 hours. 4 hours, I think you can have something pretty solid, aesthetic, good questions, and good result page. And after, if you add the layers of all the personalization I was talking about the SMS or emails and stuff like that, that most sophisticated. But for the basic step one, it's few hours. So I suggest highly to people to try it, give it a try.